be a little
It's
bit better.
easy. It's way easier
Look at
than you
comedian Alabama talking about don't be yawning. Nigga, do you know how tired I am? I am so extremely exhausted and tired. I have had such a crazy, hectic week. My life is crazy hectic. I'm not complaining because I'm still cute, but nigga, and I got a flight in the morning. I still got to get this shit together. The life of a hustler. Right till I die. But I'm doing this shit. We out here, we winging it. We ain't got no one sheet. We talking about getting into it. I remember when I first came to LA, I thought I was gonna be able to just jump on stages too. I did think that. I came from St. Louis and I worked at a place called Two Brothers. They had a Wednesday night comedy show, and they would bring all the biggest comedy stars out on Wednesday night. It was the perfect night because you're doing a one-nighter in the Midwest, and it was just perfect. So all of the Comic View legends came out. It was just everybody, and so that's where I actually started. They had what's called a 5 minutes of fame, where you go up, you do 5 minutes, and then let people try you out. So I worked at the Funny Bone a couple of weeks first, and then I went to do the 5 minutes of fame. Funny Bone was white people. 5 minutes of fame,
totally different.
It was all black people.
Wow.
So I was scared. I like prayed before I went on stage and shit. But I went up there and I killed the 5 minutes of fame so hard. At like my third time ever on stage, they hired me to host the 5 minutes of fame every week. So I got my first little comedy gig. I made $25 a week. Got my first little comedy gig after only being on stage for 3 times, and it was perfect because it was like a 75% repeat crowd on Wednesday night. This is where everybody went, so you couldn't go up there with the same material because they'd be like, "Bitch, we heard that shit last week. We need you to tell us something different."
Wow.
So I was able to really, kind of find myself, and all the comedians that would see me that were coming to headline, they would be like, "Well, you pretty good for just starting." Like, I've been doing this shit 6 months, Oh wow, you a natural, you good. You need to come to LA. Ain't nobody gonna discover you in this motherfucker. I was like, shit, I feel like I can do it. So I got myself fired from my job, packed up my shit.
Got yourself fired?
Yeah, I had to get that unemployment. I got that unemployment check, and fuck y'all, because the statute of limitation is over. So me trying to feel like you can come back and do something. No, I got that check. My friend was doing my in-person claims. I was getting that money, and I came to LA. And it was crazy. When I first moved to Los Angeles, this was my first time in my life that I had ever lived alone. I had never lived alone.
Really?
No, I had, I was a child, of course, and then I went straight from being a child in my parents' home to being a mother. So when I moved out with y'all. We got our little apartment in St. Anne, me and you. Then I started having babies every other fucking year. And then we got the house in Ferguson. I always lived with somebody. And so my entire life, so when I came, I stayed with my friend Tim from St. Louis. Like, St. Louis look out for St. Louis. We look out for each other. He introduced me, Jesse Taylor, St. Louis comedy legend, introduced me to his boy. And I stayed with him. It took me 2 weeks when I drove to LA. In 2 weeks, I had a job, a car, and an apartment.
Wow.
Got the apartment over there in the jungle. I ain't had no furniture. I ain't give a fuck. I was over there with my little blankets and shit, and I would cry every fucking night. Every fucking night. It was so fucking sad. I used to be like, I just want to go back. I just want to go back. And I'm like, fuck that shit. All my shit is in this bitch. I got all my clothes in here, So I just built from that. So everything that you go through, it always has a starting point. I stayed in that crib for 8 years, eventually moved my children there, and then I moved on from there. So it's like, it's been an amazing journey. I'm really just getting started. I got some great big shit popping that I'll be announcing this week. I'm excited about it. I'm moving right along. So it's hard to get stage time. It was difficult for me to find stages because when you come to LA, it's like starting all over, Imagine your job that you got now. You get to the top, then you go somewhere else to the next level, and you just go back to the bottom. Yeah. And I was not as funny as I thought I was. I thought I was a beast, And I came and I realized I really wasn't a beast.
Beast.
I was like a pup. I was like a pup. And I look at myself now after honing my craft for so many years, and I just see all the advancement that I've made in my career and my style and my comedy and my confidence.
Mm-hmm.
And I look back and I be like I can't even watch myself do comedy.
For real?
It's hard for me. Like, what about you? Do you ever see some of your old sets, Nick?
Yeah, I don't watch them. But you got a dope story about the girl. You see how you started off? You got on 5 minutes. Was it 5 minutes of what?
Yeah, 5 Minutes of Fame at Two Brothers in
See
St.
that?
Louis.
My first show, they told me, they was like, listen, you know, we gotta pay you guys. We're gonna pay you guys. You can drink all the liquor. You can eat whatever you want. Man, I bombed. When I got off, I went to go get like some Henny, and they was just like, nah. Don't drink none of this shit. No, they let me eat none of the good chicken. They gave me vegetable plates. They was like, sit over there in the corner.
How bad did you bomb?
Well, here's the thing, man.
That's
In New York, like, you don't know where you're gonna do a show at. So they had us do a show at a backyard barbecue. The kids back there, you know, and so I'm like,
wow.
So the promoter was like, just be yourself, but I'm like, nah, I'm not first for the kids. I was first, so I went up there and I was trying to be clean. And the parents was booing, they had their kids next to them and shit. So the comedians after me, they was cussing, like in front of the kids.
I would have been too. I'd have been like, yep, I'm over here getting dick. The kids would have been like, me too, bitch.
I learned you gotta just not give a fuck. You gotta not care, man. But I mean, as I got better, I moved out into LA and started to hit it up more stages and started getting better into certain competitions and winning them. So I mean, it turned out good for me, but I didn't have the great story that you had when you started. My story, I was like, man.
I mean, it still turned out great. You've been out here.
Yeah,
you know?
I mean, we're survivors. We still out here.
Yeah, but I mean, that was the messed up thing about me too, is that when I started off, I really wasn't bombing. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like I wasn't getting booed or I wasn't bombing, and so I really thought that I was good. You know, just because I wasn't bombing, just because I wasn't getting booed, people was laughing. But, you know, once I came to LA, you know, I learned more about the lack of structure that my jokes had. And, you know, you may say something funny. Like, comedy is not just getting on stage saying something funny. You know, you have to have structure to your material. You have to have timing. You know, you have to be original. It's a lot of things, a lot of ingredients that, you know, that make up a good stand-up comic. Yeah, you got to paint a picture. So I didn't understand that, you know, because I didn't really have, I mean, I had, you know, some mentors that would help me, you know, but not the level that I needed. And sometimes no matter how much you help someone and mentor them, nothing will improve them except for time.
Yeah, because they can't come on the stage with you.
Exactly.
No matter what advice they give you, they ain't like they can come on the stage with you and tell the joke. So.
Exactly. But you know what? One time, actually, I was doing the show. We're going to take a quick break in a second here. But I was doing the show, and Darius Bradford, another St. Louis comedian. Yeah. If you don't know who Darius Bradford is out there, I will tell you who he is. Darius Bradford is Cedric the Entertainer, okay? Him and Cedric were right-hand man when they came up in comedy. And when you listen to Darius, he has, you know, a identical style to Ced. No diss to either one of them. I'm just saying that they have a very, very unique style, and it's very similar because they came up together. They worked together heavily. So, of course, Cedric the Entertainer, probably one of the biggest stand-up comedians to ever come out of St. Louis.
And I went to school with his son.
Of course. So, you know, so it's like,
Boogie. Shout out Boogie.
Yeah, shout out to Boogie. But yeah, so it's crazy that you think you on one level and then you get a wake up call and you find out that you're on another level. You know, so what you do is you do what you got to do to get to that level. Yep. We're going to continue to talk about the rise of our careers. I think we're done talking about period blood. I think,
you are, I'm not.
It's nasty, motherfucker. You're listening to Marcus King Presents Dash Comedy. Taking a quick break. We'll be right back. This is Carmen Barton. Can you hear me now? This is an oldie but goodie. It's one of my favorite songs.
Huh?
One of my favorite songs.
For real? Oh.
Yeah. Who's on live too?
No.
What's up, Phil?
Johnny, how you doing today?
Nigga, I went to give blood. You know they give you all these gifts and shit when you give blood, right? So I'm in the airport waiting on my luggage and they have like a little blood drive. So every time I sign up for these blood drives, the first thing they do, they check your hemoglobin. My hemoglobin is always way too low for them to take blood. You gotta be like at a 12. They be wanting a pint. So I'm like, I'm finna just get all this free shit and go get my luggage and go. Nigga, my hemo was 14. After taking them vitamins for a week.
They're more, they're really minerals. Because what happens, like I was telling you before, especially as we get older, we're deficient in minerals.
Right.
CMOS has 92 of the minerals that our bodies need.
This is
So,
crazy.
yeah, it's just, you know, and if you don't know, you just don't know. You know what
I
I'm
was
saying?
like, this is the shit. So I'm about to add the other one now, the
burdock
burdock,
root.
yeah.
Yeah.
The burdock one, I'm about to add that.
And then the thing is, you don't, like for me, I just eat when I feel like eating. I don't feel hungry at all.
Really?
I don't feel
I've been
hungry
going
at
through
all.
it too, but see the thing about it is that, like right now, it's almost like I haven't ate nothing today.
Yeah. You took them this morning?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I felt sick for a minute.
Okay.
And one day I took it, and I didn't eat until 6 o'clock. Usually I fall out.
Yeah. No, I know.
So I really gotta get me some type of a meal plan and a prep to try to do it because I don't wanna starve myself like that. But I ain't lost no goddamn weight though, I know that.
You will.
I hope so.
You will. Like me and my weight, I dropped a few pounds, but the thing I can tell I'm losing inches.
Yeah, my thing too is I gotta get that cleanse and get that sugar out because I'm still having them heavy sugar cravings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just detox, man. You ready?
No. What time is it?
I'll be back at 11:33.
Play something else. Shit. I don't feel like this shit today. Ooh.
Lord, help us all.
I talked to Marcus yesterday, well, Monday. He told me he's gonna give me the tour schedule. He said everything looks like it's going through. So he ain't gave me that shit yet, so I'm gonna call him today though.
He's still working on it. I talked to him yesterday.
It's still starting off in Oakland, so I ain't gonna have far to go. I'm ready. But I don't wanna let this shit go with our names and be like, fuck you until I know this shit. You know what I'm saying? Wait a minute, that might be recorded. Y'all better delete this shit.
Actually, it is.
It's okay.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I'm good. I know. You got some more stories?
I mean, what you want to talk about?
I don't have no idea.
You want to talk about some relationship stuff? You want to talk about relationship?
Ready? Put your headphones on.
Oh my God. Welcome back to Carmen Barton. Can you hear me now? Just doing a little bit of discussion about career paths and what my career path was. And I have funny man Nick Carthan in the building with me today. He came from New York, and we're just talking about how different it is in LA, from the comedy clubs to the regular clubs, and it's just really, really different. I've had a lot of different jobs. I was talking with somebody about that earlier. So let's talk about jobs. And you can be welcome to call in if you want to call in. The number to call is
9 to 5.
It's 310-986-6610. Yep.
310-986-6610 is the number to call.
Yep.
Like 9 to 5 or 5 to 9, whatever. I've had so many different jobs. I've always been a hustler my entire life, so I've always done multiple different things. I've sold everything but pussy. I've never ever sold my body.
Well, we know that because you still get your period.
Oh my God.
That's funny.
Yeah, most
Most women that sell pussy, period.
Oh shit, that shit blew out. But yeah, let's talk about some of my most memorable jobs.
Memorable.
I had a job selling Pitney Bowes mail meters.
What?
Yeah,
What
I
is
was
that?
selling. It's a mail meter. Like back in the day,
Uh-huh.
they used to have where you would sell a mail meter. So if a company distributed mail, they don't have to go to the post office. They use their mail meter, and they just swipe all of the pay for the postage at the post office, get the postage on there, and so
How did you come across this?
I'll be
Right.
coming. I don't know. I was looking for a job, and they said they was hiring, and they was like, "We gonna have you sell these mail meters." I was slanging the shit out them goddamn mail meters. You heard me? You call companies, and like one of the most difficult things to do in sales, telesales is what it's called, is just getting the person on the phone that makes the decisions that can purchase it. So I'll be doing all kind of lies to get the person on the phone. You get the person's name, but they have so many gatekeepers is what we call it. Let's just say Richard Rice was the CEO, and he's the only one that I can, sell the mail meter to. I done called basically like, look, I got Richard Rice's son up here in the office, and
Wow.
I need to speak to him
What?
immediately.
That is so bad.
And he'd get on the phone and be like, hello, and be like, yeah, hey, Richard, I'm calling.
I would hate you. I would be so
You're
bad.
spending right now about $243 every 2 weeks at the post office. I can help you. And he'll be like, what about my son? I was like, that was the call.
Oh, my
Let's go.
God.
Fuck him. Let me help you, Richard.
Wow.
So it was a challenging job.
You never got cursed out? Cause
I got cursed out, hung up on, and all of that shit. But I used to sell them goddamn mail meters. That's what I used to do.
That's crazy. that explains a lot. Like,
Yeah,
wow.
I'm a very good salesman. Most comedians are good salesmen. I work with Arnez J, and he used to sell vacuum cleaners. I think he used to.
What?
Yeah.
Dang.
Either him or Rob, man. One of them is somebody that used to sell vacuum cleaners door to door. You know how hard it is to sell a vacuum cleaner door to door.
Well, I almost sold plots door to door, so
Yeah, funeral plots.
yeah.
I remember that gig. You hung that up. You should still be doing that. Much as niggas is dying out here.
I know I could still be. It's just so depressing. It's just like, dang.
Trying to get people to think about dying.
Yeah, because they don't want to think about it. To me, it's like nothing. To me, it's like, oh, like, let's do it. And they're like, oh, we don't want to talk about that.
Yeah.
But I guess that's what I'm here for, is to make it more lively. Like, make it more excited to do
I
it.
probably could sell the shit out of a funeral plot.
For real.
Wow.
I'd be like,
Selling death.
like, bitch, your son
Exactly,
just died. You
selling
think you don't
death
need no
out here.
goddamn plot? You done buried your
selling
son?
death.
I'm still like borderline maybe in it, so maybe we shouldn't talk so much about it, because I do got the guy's number, so anytime I want, I can they set something up. Oh, call me if you need a plot. You know what I'm saying? I can't get my number out on the air, but go to my
314.
no, don't get my number.
Hit him in DM.
Hit me in the DM, Carol's
DM.
_peso.
Funeral plots. That's a good job. What about you, Nick? What odd jobs have you ever had?
Man, I've had a job every year.
Dang.
I've got fired.
We might not have the time.
Nah, what happened is you be hyped. You be like, man, I'm about to get this money. You know what I'm saying? After the third month, you be like, man, who the fuck this man? And then you be like, and then you be out. Like I worked at Sam Goody's, showing my age. I worked at Sam Goody's.
Yeah, because they've been closed for at least 10 years.
They was paying
What's Sam
me.
Goody's?
Sam Goody's is a
A
CD store, record store.
Oh, okay.
So they was selling, like, we was getting paid $5.75 an hour, right?
Oh,
and I
that
was like,
sounds
you know what?
awful.
I was like, I'm trying to make management. The manager that got cool with me, he said, as a manager, he was making 8. So I was like, man, there's no level up to this. I got out of there. I got out of that job. Then I became a custodian. I got a custodian job. Saw my first rat live. I was like, I can't do this. I was like, wait, because the custodian was like, well, you got to kill it. I was like, fuck this.
Wait
I
a
quit
minute,
that
you saw
job.
your first rat at the job?
Look, I've seen rats in the street. I'm talking about like where you gotta go up to the rat. Like the guy, I said, there's a rat in the classroom. He was like, take this glove
Wow.
and go pick it up.
What?
And I was like, you know me, I don't
That's
play with
crazy.
spiders or rats. You know what I'm saying? I was like, nah.
That's crazy.
That was my last day.
That was the first. No, that was the first and last day. I was like, nah, a rat on the first job. This rat was dragging the mousetrap.
Wow.
So I was like, nah. This ain't
You
me,
was
dead.
dragging a mousetrap.
Dragging the
That's
mousetrap.
funny.
Then I worked at Target.
Wait a minute, wait. We
Wait.
gotta go back to this goddamn
Sorry?
mousetrap, nigga. Hold on.
That's funny.
So wait, it was alive.
It was alive.
And they wanted you to
Damn.
grab.
Look, so, okay, I
Nah,
walk
that's
in.
crazy.
Your job is, I'm supposed to clean up East Class. It's during the summertime. So basically, you work during the summertime, and if you do well, they'll get you in the union, and you'll work for the custodian department. So I'm like, all right, cool. I'm like, man, it's gonna be easy. They're paying you $23 an hour. I'm like, this is gonna be a good job. I go in there and I said, man, there's a rat on the mousetrap. So he was like, well, go over there.
Oh my God, no.
I said, how do you kill it? He said, you grab it by the head.
What?
Grab it by the head, or you hit it in the head with like a wrench or something like that. So I was like, that. I was like, I looked at the dude and I watched him kill the rat. Because look, he killed the rat.
First of all,
And then he
why
was
why they slow it down for you to even catch them?
Catch the rat. This rat is dragging.
Wow.
I watched him inhumanely kill this rat. Like he beat the rat over the head with his wrench. Then he was like, so I was like, is there more rats? He was like, yeah. He said, basically in the basement. That's where you going next. I was like, nah, man.
Oh,
I was like, yeah.
Oh my God, Nick Carter, ladies and gentlemen, this motherfucker got me up here dying.
Killing the rat.
Anytime about inhumanely, look like you felt bad for the rat, huh?
Nah, I was just listen. I don't care. I don't play with rats, and I don't play with spiders.
I don't play with spiders.
Hey, yo. Come
What's
on.
not a spider? Like what?
Well,
you say
house
you don't play
spiders.
with spiders?
House spiders are cool. I mean the big ones. I mean like the hairy ones.
Would you kill a black widow?
I saw a couple the other day when I was cleaning up for the little party that I was doing.
And you killed them, right?
I don't like dealing with that because it's just like, look, if the one gets you,
That's it.
it's
But
over.
But did you kill it?
It's over. No, we
Exactly.
I wouldn't deal.
Shit, I don't get my girl to
My
kill
homie
that
Sir
shit.
Edward, homie Sir Edward had to go and get the motorcycle gloves. That's how I know it was serious because he never bring those out. So he was like, I'm gonna go in here and get these motorcycle gloves and deal with these spiders. I'm like, I'll be over here because I'm good on that. Like, cause like, I got things to do. You know what I'm saying? I don't got time. Like the hospital bills are way too high. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. You gotta get 7 shots.
Exactly. So I'm good on like black
Y'all are
widows.
some soft ass niggas. I'm letting you know right now. If my daughter was up her, she'd say she'd kill the goddamn spider. Y'all is soft.
I would kill one too, but I'm just saying like those
I
like
kill no
just
black
damn.
You ain't killing no black widow.
No.
Scary ass.
Killing them.
I would if I had to with a shoe like from a distance.
I moved out here to make it.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
with a slipper from a distance. That's good enough.
You ain't gonna let no black widow stop you, huh?
No,
I don't
man.
play with no black. I don't play with
Brown recluses are worse. Or wait, you know what a
that
brown recluse is?
recluse.
They are worse. Like you will die within minutes.
I try to tell her to
Within
train
minutes,
session. I try to tell her.
and you like, oh my
One
god.
time we was training in my garage. I got a garage, right?
Mhm.
I had a little bit of workout equipment in there.
Ask your daddy about
My
brown
daddy
recluse.
my daddy would
No.
kill a brown recluse. My daddy would kill anything he was trying to get me. My daddy ain't scared of shit. My daddy is my hero. Fuck y'all.
Oh my god, he don't play
We
with
was
brown
at this
recluse.
nigga,
He told
you are scary.
me.
I feel bad for Nick Woman
What?
because this nigga scared. We was in my garage training one day,
And
and
that spider came.
Nah.
he
I saw
ran to
her.
the other side
I
of the
told her,
thing.
first of all,
And one time.
wait.
One time when we training in the front, when you having me do them jumping
Yeah.
them
Jump squats.
Yeah, them jump squats. A dog came in there. This nigga jumped all the way on the other side of the
So,
wall.
That's
The
funny
dog-
because
the
like I'm not
dog
scared of
was
dogs.
The dog was so small, I thought it was a
So check
cat.
this
That's
on
so
my
funny.
personal
See,
training
that's weird because
contract.
I'm not scared of dogs at all though.
On my personal training contract, it says, are there any dangers that I need to worry about? You know what I'm saying? I come inside the garage, there's a black widow.
That's
I'm like,
danger.
hey, Carmen, there's a black
Yeah.
widow. She like, kill it.
I'm like,
I'm
kill
like,
it.
session over. You know
That's
what I'm saying?
danger. That is
That's
dangerous.
dangerous.
That
You-
is
I came here to help you flex your muscle.
So this why I'm fat, cause this trainer is scared of fucking spiders and he's scared of dogs.
And then the
small enough to be-
dog was rabid.
That dog was so damn
Was
little.
rabid?
What little dog? It
Wow.
ran, first of all, it came in the gate.
Yeah,
It
slid
ran
through
in the
little
gate. It
two
ran in the
things
gate. It ran around in circles 4 times. That's a rabid dog.
That's crazy.
Scary.
Yeah,
So,
I don't fear like dogs a lot.
So
But
what's
spiders
the
just they're just weird. Like they have so many legs and so many eyes.
Spiders?
Yeah, and
Yeah,
like
16
but
eyes.
actually they are more scared of us than we are of them though.
Well, he know
Really,
now.
they are.
He know that I'm terrified of him.
they really are terrified, and so that's why, you know.
You ever hit a spider with a slipper and it's still moving?
Yeah.
That's
Oh
when you
no,
gotta
a
leave it
roach.
alone.
No, a roach. One time I thought I killed one, and I came back and it was gone.
Yeah, roaches.
I don't understand that.
Roaches don't die.
They been here
I don't
since the
understand
beginning
that.
of
I got it hard.
Smash. You can
Like I got it
smash
hard.
that
I
shit.
got it. I put a slip on it. Then
Man,
I stepped on it
remember
again.
one time,
Then I came back and
I remember one time I killed a roach and flushed it down the toilet, and I went back to the toilet and that bitch was climbing up the
Wow.
toilet.
Yeah.
I think I remember that.
Nigga, roaches are
Roaches hit for
Troopers.
life.
I hate them.
Yeah.
They worse than spiders. Like, see, that's the thing though. Spiders are they take care of a lot of stuff. You know that we can't really clean
Yeah,
up.
they take care of the insects.
All the vermin and insect. You know what I'm saying? They kill them, and then what kills the spider? Like rabbits or something? Like owls. Yeah.
You know what makes a spider
Owls kill.
creepy? Is you can walk through a web and feel like a spider's on you all day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Imagine me. Like that's the
It's
tall
bad, yeah,
people
you
problem.
tall, you right up there with all those.
That's
spider
tall people
webs.
problems. Like I get them all the time in my forehead, and it's just like and it scared me most because I'm thinking it's in my hair, so I gotta shake my hair too and stuff.
I'm
'cause-
trying to think of what my fear is, because y'all sitting here talking about y'all fears. So you basically suffer from arachnophobia
And the ratchets.
and ratisophobia. We just making up.
I think I might get a tattoo of a spider though.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, I fuck with Spider-Man.
Oh my God.
No, because like that's the thing. Like I don't
To face
want to
your
fear it.
fear.
Yeah, I don't want to fear it,
Mommy
so I
got a
should
black
get
widow
one.
on her back.
Really?
I don't know if it's still there.
Who got a black widow in the back?
That's
Oh, what's on her
nice.
front? I don't know.
Funky?
Yes.
What?
Yeah.
That's funny because
Dangerous
like,
woman. I mean,
Yeah.
her thing is
imagine her husband looking at that though.
Because the black widow, if you all don't know, that's the
Queen.
the reason why the
I
black
hate-
widow is called the black widow is because they killed their mate
Mhm.
after they finished. After they bust that nut, that motherfucker got to die.
That's so
Read about it.
terrible.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
So I don't think so.
No, that's
You don't think
terrible.
that's terrible?
Some different
some of them
species.
deserve to die.
No, some different species eat their heads off. Like that's just excessive. Why you gotta eat the head off and all of that? Like why would you even stick around? It's my issue with the male spiders. Like I'm not sticking
I
around
want to
here.
get this spider pussy in bounds. You ain't about to behead me. I'm going out there and give me some other
That's what
widows.
I was saying.
So what fears do you have? Like I'm trying to think of what my fears may be. Not afraid of heights, not afraid of dogs,
Listening.
not afraid. Fear of listening.
You don't listen to your trainer,
Dog.
so you're listening.
You just shut that shit up right
What
now.
about owls? A lot of people scared of owls.
Oh, I'm not scared of owls.
Really?
If this is the thing, if it's an animal that belongs in a zoo and I see it in the street, I'm going to be naturally afraid. Like,
Really?
but I don't think that I would call like a fear of a moose. Like I'm not afraid, but if I saw a moose out, I
That's
would go the
random.
other
Really?
direction.
Moose.
A moose or a deer. Did y'all see that video
Wow.
where that moose trampled that man?
No.
Anybody deserve
For real?
So the moose didn't run.
This motherfucker moose. This moose. Fuck this.
For real?
man. I'm
He
talking
shoulda
about that
ducked.
motherfucker.
He should have been down. He should have ducked.
Ridiculous.
Was he white?
Yeah,
Was he
he
white?
probably was.
So,
See, they don't want. Was he white?
yeah, it was like an all white.
Oh,
It's a
come
black
on,
show. We
man.
not trying to white murder.
I'm just-
We are not racist here at Carmen Barton. Can you hear me now? But we do love us some black folk.
I'm just saying, like,
What are your
I can't
fears?
picture,
What
I
are you
can't
afraid
picture a
of?
man getting trampled by a moose, a black man, like, because they know not to be around the mooses, you know.
I think what I'm afraid of is wasting my time. I think
Yeah,
that has developed into
yeah.
a fear of mine.
Yeah, I hate wasting my
And
time
like,
too.
oh,
It
waste
doesn't
of
scare you
time.
though. That's not
Yeah,
can't
it
be
scares
fair.
me. It scares me
Mm.
when I think about it. It makes me hyperventilate. Like this motherfucker about to waste my goddamn time.
Time, yeah.
You know, like I
Yeah.
don't want. I'm scared. I'm scared. I don't have. It's not enough time in the day for me to be wasting.
What was your
time.
worst wasted time?
Worst wasted time? Probably with a nigga.
Wow.
Yeah, nigga wasted my goddamn time. I thought he had money, and I dated his ass all this time trying to get some of his money. I realized this nigga was broke. I'm
Dang.
just
So
kidding.
he didn't waste your time. You wasted your time.
No, I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't think of it.
You can't think of it until it's in front of you.
I'm very time conscious, especially the older I get. A lot of the things when you say what's the worst or what's the biggest, it happened when I was younger, so I don't remember it because I try to learn from my mistake. But I have excellent time management. The only thing that I feel like interferes with my time now is probably social media.
Speaking of time, what are we talking about? Jobs?
Yeah, we gonna switch over. Look, we just winging it today. Damn.
Because I have so much to say about my terrible jobs.
Well,
that
okay,
I don't have anymore.
let's
Because
go back
I'm
to
happy.
that.
I'm happy now. You
Let's
know
go
what? I'm
back
not
to
even gonna
that.
talk about it because I'm happy now. What?
You know what? I'm really mad, Cameron. All the jobs you had. Let me tell y'all something. When you worked at Ross,
Yes.
that's probably one of your most terrible job, right?
Yeah.
That was my favorite job you ever had.
Why was that your favorite job?
Because every 3 months I got to use your 40% off card.
You got
Oh my
exclusives.
God. See.
You
See-
know, and I
see
ain't
this
no front.
money-
I shop at Ross little home shit. I'm looking for some glitter coasters right now that came from Ross. I got a lot of little home shit and
See, none of that is gonna matter when I get what I work the job I actually want to work for life. You gonna get discounted forever
work for yourself.
on everything. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
well,
Everything's
I
gonna
can
be
get that.
discounted. You ain't even gonna think
and then
about
your job at
no money.
Enterprise, oh my God, I really missed that discount, 40% off.
Enterprise
I
was
rent a
cool
car
because
every week.
the cars. I really Enterprise was like one of my favorites. I'm not gonna lie because the cars was dope. You know what I'm saying? I got to drive some dope cars sometimes, and on top of that, I just got to act slow. I'm like, huh? I'm like, I don't know what's going on. I don't know why your car didn't go through. I'm just a driver, like, and I was just a driver.
So
So
took the car out.
yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, it was some bad deals and some like stuff they weren't supposed to be doing, and I'm not gonna talk about it here, but like, yeah, Enterprise.
Tell us, you don't work for them.
Nah,
you don't feel
man,
shit.
they be doing some stuff. What?
No, I used to still infamous.
Then somebody hit you up about a class action lawsuit because they wasn't giving you your break or something.
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
that was a lawsuit because the brakes was just messed up the way they was doing it, and like it wasn't being clocked right and timed right, so they sent some money for that, but I spent it in like 40 seconds. So
Every job that I had that was bad, I would flip it and make it good. Like I worked at this place called Life Uniform, and Life Uniform is the old company we used to sell uniforms, obviously, stethoscopes, nursing outfits, the little outfits that the churches used to have. You know, the ushers would have the little, the church nurse would have the little hats and.
it's not the nasty place, is it?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, I did work at a nasty store too. I did work at a store
Okay.
that sold sex items and shit.
That was probably
Both stores I used to rob them blind and sell shit on the street. It doesn't matter.
wow.
Life Uniform. When I left there, I went to work for Normandy Hospital. I was selling shit out of my trunk for the longest because they did me wrong. So I had to figure out a way to fucking get them back. That's just how I used to be. I'm not like that shit no more. I'm blessed now, highly favored. But I used to be an ultimate hustler.
I'm a hustler.
My
homie.
kids was like doctors and nurses and shit for Halloween, walking around with $200 stethoscopes and shit. Littman. See, I know the name of the stethoscope. Littman stethoscopes is what I used to be stealing and let my
Wow.
kids play with that shit. It was crazy.
Oh, that's why I got the telescopes and stuff.
Remember that?
Wow, yeah, I do remember that.
Yeah. That
It's
was
a
a cool
faint
one.
memory. Cause
But yeah, now the nasty. So let me tell y'all how this nasty store did me before we go on this quick break.
right.
So I worked for the nasty store. The name of the store was Dr. John's. It was
That sounds nasty.
it was-
Dr.
yeah,
John's.
Dr. John's.
John is a
And
penis.
The guy
White man's
that
dick.
owned it was a nasty ass old man, but he hated gay porn.
What?
Yeah, he didn't. This whole store we had, he had no
gay
no
porn.
male on male gay porn.
Oh,
He had
that's not
female
right.
porn, but we sold everything: the sex toys, the flavored condoms.
Can't discriminate if you go
This
be
is
nasty.
back in the 90s. You
They
know,
sold dildo
the
nunchucks.
late night. We sold
what
everything.
the hell?
You are nasty.
I feel like you can't discriminate if you're having a business like that because you have to
but
think about everybody.
Like every once in a while, they would make a mistake and send us some gay
Gay porn, he'd be
He would
mad.
flip out like, I
Wow.
told you to send this shit.
Oh my God,
Crazy.
that's so funny.
But tell me, so
Wow.
this is how I ended up getting fired from this job.
Oh, man.
So I never will forget.
What you stole?
It was 1998 is when I worked here. Was it 98? 1997. And basically I ended up getting pregnant, right? But I was still doing my job. You know, I was coming to work. I may throw up in the bathroom a couple of times during my shift, but I was still doing my job. And then I started getting big, and I started showing. It was like, bitch, we can't have your ass up in here turning everybody off with that damn stuff.
Oh, wow.
So it was like, I was bad for business because I was pregnant and they
Yeah, you
fired me.
promote-
Some people like pregnant, right? Some people like pregnant stuff.
They was like,
I'm not into that,
motherfuckers off. They gotta get your ass out of here. So
Yeah,
they
the
didn't say
usual.
that was why. They made up some bullshit like I was always late, but that was why they
Wow.
fired me because I was pregnant and so.
That's so messed up. That's sad.
Just like we want to shit up the club and not worry. Constantly.
We about to take
Take
a
a break.
quick break. We just talking about jobs, different career paths, jobs that we hate, facing our fears, spiders, periods. It's just all going down today
Spiders,
on
periods.
Dash Radio. Shout out to Marcus King. This is Marcus King presents Dash Comedy. You're listening to Carmen Barton. Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Quick break. Be right back. How long is this break? 4 minutes?
Yeah, 4 minutes.
I told my P.
Why did you tell me something?
He was saying he asked me how to go. I told him he was just like, "This time he's done." He like shaking my head. I know he's upset.
Walking the mall with them bags, you already know I'ma blow it. 30 be all in my pants, don't try me cause I'm gonna blow it. Flexing, I think I'm the man, they mad and these niggas know it. Shorty wants go to my crib, she hop in my car and she blow it.
Blow it, blow it, blow it. Check my wrist, look like it's snowing. Me and Marlo going global. Astro Mayho, bitch, she know it. I'm a rapper, I'm a blow it. Come and capture, it's a moment, it's a classic. All components make her smash it like she Kevin. Yeah, it ain't low key, girl, I'm a motive. For some OE down her throat, it's all for me, but I pay a little more. You can go and get the key if you don't know what a dope is. Got a weed tune, I'm out of control. Pounds of the green, it's a sign, it's a go. Pounds of the tea, you can get wild on the coast. I'm not a fiend, but I'm liable to smoke. White people say I look rad, it's true, and I ain't even noticed. Black people say I look mad, it's cause I go hard, gotta focus. Niggas say I'm chosen, I was sitting here for commotion. Bitches say that I'm they dad, I just hope that I don't blow it.
Walking the mall with them bags, you already know I'ma blow it. 30 be all in my pants, don't try me cause I'm gonna blow it. Flexing, I think I'm the man, they mad and these niggas know it. Shorty wants go to my crib, she hop in my car and she blow it. Walking the mall with them bags, you already know I'ma blow it. 30 be all in my pants, don't try me cause I'm gonna blow it. Flexing, I think I'm the man, they mad and these niggas know it. Shorty wants go to my crib, she hop in my car and she blow it.
You know what's crazy? I had just remembered that what you know Cody on. You know Cody's on.
Yes, I'm gonna talk about it.
So we gonna come back at around 12. That's cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I used to play with bullets too, till I found out that he bulletproof. And I still ride with my hoodie too, looking for Zimmerman with the tooth. Fixing the problem, my principles, case niggas ask me in interviews. Hating you, man, I ain't into you. Maybe you trash, I can't live a boo. Niggas really think they know me, cause I've been hanging low key. High as hell, it's that gross weed. Can you tell me to proceed? I get married from the dope fiends. Say can you show please? How to bring it to the flow seats. Niggas bring it in the nosebleed. Niggas ain't part of my grind, but all of my real. She give me top, hold up. Only way y'all be defeated is going to jail or I get shot, hold up. I'ma say so, see it gotta be you or them. So I keep watch, hold up. This time I got it, you run it, then I give you hell. Really I'm hot, hold up, hold up. Now it's back to the bigger things. Wish I'm real, ain't no wishing me. On the scale, ain't no tipping me. Tell your girl she can get it free. Then she acting like she missing me. Acting as if we had history. Got her number, then I hit the lead. Cause these bitches that can finicky. I can't trust a hoe, cause this lane cut down. Come on, man, this was the plan. If you ain't got it, must go. One blows like the 90, got the number, won't blow, won't go. Watch me light up when you hit the front row.
Ready? Ready?
No, one more song. Play another song, Kevin.
There was a question on the ball over and see
Yeah. Fuck with the man, you know I'm falling like I'm from Japan. You will, I promise I won't shake your hand. If I think you will come up on top of your head. Nigga keep smiling and touching my dreads. You feed me power, I'm fucking her legs. Eating me sour, I won't fuck his head. Cause my partner's about to go fuck up his lip. Yeah, in the old lake, then I drip. Yeah, more from drink than I sip. Yeah, I smoke with some jack in a bib. Yeah, why you complaining, you sip? Yeah, where did she came in my window? She came in and put me with I'm a pimp. Yeah, where did we take it and shit? It gon' make you look you would think I'm a sick. Straight from heaven, I'ma have a voice. Cause half you niggas is really ass shorts. Half you niggas shit, half a course. You don't track a nigga, you finna crash the course. Half up is in this HD, know you gon' hate me. Cause I won't sit up for fake beef. Don't let that way, bitch, I'm
How many minutes I got? 2 more minutes?
Huh?
I got 2 more minutes? Huh?
No, like you trying to, are you not trying to stay in the thing?
You said what?
Yeah, like I'll play another song. But it's eating up your other time though, that's what I'm saying. So when you come back, it's gonna be shorter.
That's fine, that's fine. I ain't gonna make my time up before I don't care.
I would never hang with a push like you. I don't have to bank in the bed like you. I listen to fake with a good I do. Somebody say I'm never gonna make it, so I'm complaining what I produce. Look up my name, it's Cameron the same, a nigga who made it, busting my moves.
How are you? I'm calling because I want to get some information in reference to a case number. Can I give it to you? It's really long. I'm sorry. My name is Carmen Carson, and I'm calling in reference to case number 09.
I knew they always gonna feel it. What a feeling. All these Captain Saber hoes can't be no heroes, so I play the villain. Coming from the ceiling, and I'm hanging low. See my wings on the floor, and I'm get it, go, get it, pretty, go, stick it, stick it with my flow, scare it, said I'm about to blow, with it. Just let my soul take care of those. No more finna get the gold so clever. Wipe it off, let me pop you up. Go ninja on your mark. I already won. Don't give up. Don't you fucking give up. Don't give up. Don't you fucking give up. Don't you fucking give up. Don't give up. Don't you fucking give up. I'm a lone liver. I'm a go getter. Tell you once, I'ma tell you once. Don't hit her. Just be gone. Don't know what she want. Don't figure. I said I did it again. Yeah. I'ma go stick to the ends. Yeah. You know I'm in it to win. Yeah. She's a brand. You know I'm the man. Tell her friend. Yeah. Make a bend. Guitar with a snare. Make a bend. Yeah. Stay cool. You was faithful. But she plays you. You was straightful. Make moves, gotta dribble. What's that fake moves? Now you think these parts of life gon' make you sad, but sometimes that be what you need to really make things last. You may need that uncomfortable to make things rash and take things back and turn it to some HD cash. That's why I get it, go get it, pretty, go stick it, stick it with my flow, scare it, said I'm about to blow, get it. Let my soul take care of goals. No more finna get the gold so clever. Wipe it off, let me pop you up. Go ninja on your mark. I already won. Don't give up.
Okay, perfect. So give me an hour and I'll call you back. Okay, thank you.
Ready?
Yeah, I need you to close it. Hello, welcome back to Carmen Barton. Can you hear me now? Coming to you live from Hollywood, California, Dash Studios. I'm excited today. We're having a great day here at Carmen Barton. Can you hear me now? We're listening to Marcus King Presents Dash Comedy. I have my son in the building. All the music that you just heard is my son's music. My son can be reached via Instagram. And if you go to his Instagram, there's a link to SoundCloud where you'll be able to hear his music. Give me your info, Cam.
Camoz Peso, CAMOZ _PESO. It's a lot of new music coming out too. I'm just, dropping snippets and stuff like that. I'm also working on videos and stuff like that too. But it's hard doing it independent because I'm 100% independent.
I heard
Everything.
that.
Yeah.
What's up?
I heard that. So as well as Cameron in the studio today, I also got my man Nick Carthan. Nick Carthan been having me dying today. Hilarious comedian out of New York City, and we just on chill today, talking a little bit about our careers and what brought us to LA and how it's been for us, some of our jobs that we've had in the past. One of the jobs that I remember, I'm such a hustler. I remember having a job at a daycare. I went to a daycare, and I tried to get a job at a daycare because I needed to bring my son with me to the daycare. Because I was breastfeeding and I couldn't get you to take a bottle. I needed a job, and so if I can find a job at a daycare, I can bring you with me, breastfeed you on my breaks, and it'll be all good. And I got a job in Building Blocks Daycare. They ended up closing. I ended up opening up my own daycare. I ended up opening up my own daycare. No, that was Stacy was after. Stacy was when you was a toddler. Yeah, wow. Stacy was a toddler, but it was a short period of time. But I did have my own daycare and get some child certification classes. I'm certified in child CPR, as well as a couple of other things. So this is
I didn't know that.
Fun fact about me.
Dang.
I could have saved your life if you would have choked, So
I've choked a couple times. From you though.
I was choking you. I'm talking about like if you choked on accident.
Okay.
I'm talking about getting choked on purpose. I'm talking about when
Getting sexual.
No, it wasn't no sexual shit. I'm just trying to tell all the mothers. My son is 6'4" tall. And he's a grown man, but I will fuck him up. You gotta. I know that my son is still afraid of me. And so when people lose control of their children, you have to make them fear you. So, that's what you got to do. So, what's something that we may not know about you? What's some of your, I know you play chess. When you told me that I was
what? You play chess?
He talking about he a power chess player.
Wow. I know a couple chess players myself.
Well, here's the thing, man. My uncle taught me how to play chess. Taught me very well. I went to a program when he had a chess teacher. That didn't go well for the chess teacher. Took him out.
So you beat the chess teacher.
5 or 6. This is a known story in the neighborhood. I'm nice at chess. Chess. I'll just letting you know.
I always see these New York people playing chess, and they have like this little timer that they be hitting this button. Yeah. What is that button all about? I always wonder.
You shouldn't have to
take too long.
Like you should automatically.
Yeah, you gotta time your moves.
There you go. Chess is a game of life. So each move you gotta be like this. You can't be taking somebody pull a gun out on you. You don't got time to think. You gotta be able to move. So I'm a chess player. I used to run track, play basketball, football. I stopped playing basketball when I realized I saw Sebastian Telfair. He's a bad Stephon Marbury's cousin. He was like 6 foot.
Damn.
And I remember he made it to the
only
NBA.
6 foot though?
Like 6'1". One of them.
Really?
He was short though for the NBA standards.
Yeah.
And I remember the workout they showed for him to get in the NBA. For him not to be there no more, and I was like, I'm not gonna make it.
Wow.
So I don't work out that hard.
Yeah. See. Yeah, it's difficult. A lot of,
You also said you did some time and you beat people in jail.
Oh my God! Why would you say that?
Since you want to put it out there.
My bad. I mean,
put a negative down with a pot. No,
I'm a negative.
So
look,
in jail,
I done been to jail several times. I don't look at being in jail as a negative thing, especially if you learn from the experience. Somebody could have lied on you. I don't know why you went to jail, but I'm just saying, playing chess in jail is a different level.
I played chess and did stand-up comedy in jail.
Wow.
3 weeks in there.
3 weeks?
3 weeks. I was supposed to do 7, and my lawyer got me 4. And then because LA is just full of crime.
Okay.
They only keep you in there for like 50%. I think it was like, I forgot, was it 20%, 50% of the time? So they only gave me 3 weeks. I wanted to, I was like, damn, man, I could have did that extra week because that story would have been harder. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, yeah, like,
4 weeks.
4
4 weeks.
you know. But I played, I was killing everybody in chess and jazz. I lost to one dude because this dude was playing 2 people at the same time.
Dang.
Like, this guy was like
dope.
a mutant. You know what I'm saying? He was killing it. Yeah,
Uncle Ronnie can play chess too, huh?
Yeah, he's a good chess player. I never got into chess.
You play checkers?
No.
Yes, you never play checkers?
I mean, I play
At
checkers.
least?
I know how to play backgammon. My daddy taught me how to
What
play
is that?
backgammon. See what I'm saying? You young kids, y'all don't be knowing
a
shit.
game for hustlers and
Whatever.
card
What is that?
Oh my God. This nigga-
What is
Anybody
it?
want to play backgammon,
Backgammon?
hustlers and card artists and touch shit
Oh,
talking.
backgammon.
This sounds like
You
a
get like a little suitcase.
character.
No, I haven't played in a while, but I'm sure if I got a refresher course.
And
I
these
could-
shit
I
where you gotta go
could-
like this. It's a hustler ass game. And of course,
It's called
you gotta
backgammon?
play.
I did teach you how to shoot dice though, right, Cam? You think you Oh yeah, I taught my son how to shoot dice a long time ago. That's
I
something.
forgot. Thank God.
We gonna refresh. You know
I
how to shoot
forgot.
dice?
Now my dad took the dice to the Monopoly game after we played because he didn't want me playing that.
Yeah,
I
see,
know how to shoot
I
dice. I
forgot.
remember one time I was shooting dice with these niggas and I had lost all
Never.
my money. All I had left was my
Wow.
Dooney and Burke. This is back when Dooney and Burke was out. I had my Dooney and Burke. Nigga, I dumped everything on my Dooney and Burke. Put it up. I said, okay, we gonna play for this motherfucker Dooney, trying to get myself in. I won my motherfucking Dooney and Burke back and beat them niggas and left with my motherfucking purse full of money.
How did you leave? Wow. That's
I mean,
crazy.
it's hard to get out of a good game,
Yep.
pitching dice, but
Uh-huh.
shit, it ended. They tried so hard to win their money back, and the more they tried to win it back, the more I won.
Mhm.
Lick.
That's crazy.
You know what I wanted to ask, you know what I want to tell you, so when I train your mom, we talk about different movies, right? And I mean, you talk about wasting time, a fair wasting time, right?
Mhm.
So, your mother made you watch this movie.
right?
No,
What is
we
it?
was talking
Called-
about movies, and
it's
he
Color
told
Purple?
me
It's called Widows.
that-
Widows.
Yeah, let's bring it up, cause wasting time.
Widows. What is this about?
This movie is about bullshit. All right?
No,
It's
this
about,
movie, I do my most movie watching on the plane. And because I travel a lot.
That makes sense.
I fly on Delta.
then she slept
And
in this
I
film.
get to a point where a lot of times I can't sleep, and so
Mhm.
I try to find a good movie to watch. Or if I see a movie, Delta be getting their movies pretty quick.
Wow.
I've seen a lot of new movies
That's dope.
on Delta. So anyway, we come across. I always support black movies when
Mhm.
I get the movie list. I scroll and find a black movie, and I found Widows. Now I'm a big fan of what's her name that played.
Exactly.
How to Get Away with Murder. What's her name? The one that played the Fences.
Oh,
Viola Davis.
Viola Davis,
I'm
yeah.
a huge fan of Viola
Troy's
Davis.
boy.
I love her blackness. I love her talent. I just
Mhm.
love me some Viola Davis. So once I saw her, I was all like, oh, hell yeah.
Mhm.
So I watched the movie. And the movie is about, I want y'all to go and watch it. I think it's on Netflix.
Don't waste these people time.
No, it's a good movie.
It is?
The movie is about these guys who was robbing the bank and ended up dying, but they owed and the wives owed all the money, so they decided to go finish the job.
Wow.
One of the dudes.
Oh, I think I've heard about
one of
this
it
movie.
was like some shady shit.
That
but
sounds
the women
dope.
ended up, it was one of these Black Power women movies.
I
Even
like
though all the
that.
women
Yeah.
went black, but it was.
I like that.
Viola
That
Davis
sounds
went
dope.
from being a housewife to a killing expert, a
And you
bank
wanna know who
robber.
her husband was? Her husband was Liam Neeson, the dude that played Taken.
Oh, that's dope.
And that was kind of fucking me up because she was kissing this white man all passionate. I'm like, this bitch can act.
After he
because
said he don't
Huh.
like niggas.
he did not say that.
Did
What?
he really say that?
He does not
Who?
say that in the movie. Oh, I'm talking about in real life.
I'm talking about real life.
Oh, yeah,
That's
Who?
in real life, they said that he made some type of a comment that may have been
Liam Neeson?
Yeah.
Liam Nelson, he
Oh,
said
man.
something. And here's the
Come
thing,
on,
nobody even asked him. He brought this shit out years later and said, well, she'll look it up. She'll fact
No,
check
you
it.
go ahead. I'm
I know
listening.
I know you don't like niggas.
What?
And he's kissing Viola Davis down after she done had her some Troy and Fences.
Yeah.
What? Wow.
You ever saw Fences?
Yeah.
Good ass.
Yeah.
That's
Oh no, I didn't see it. I
Oh,
saw
that's
the
a good
trailers.
ass. That's probably her best work.
With Denzel?
Yeah. that was a
Yeah,
good movie.
Denzel directed it though. I heard.
Did he?
Yeah, directed it and
But I
produced
know what's name originally played the role. What's the dude man that played Darth Vader voice?
it. Oh,
James Earl Jones
James
did the
Earl
play.
Jones?
It started off as
Really?
a play, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, so it was that movie. It was Widows and The Color Purple that your mom made me watch.
Denzel is the man. I gotta watch that movie.
Yeah, Fences was dope.
Yeah.
You like Fences, right?
I did. I watched it a lot of times. I'm looking for a man like Troy. I mean, I don't have no baby on me
What?
and shit. But the fact that he would come
Nah,
home and
you gotta
bring
take
his wife
everything-
that whole month and his whole paycheck and be like, here you go, and take the $10 and then go drinking with it.
You gotta take everything
I mean,
Troy
we-
brings.
No, they don't bring no baby. But the fact that he brought that check home, that's what I need.
Troy.
Just go to work and bring home this goddamn check. I'm gonna make you some biscuits. I'm gonna take care
No.
of your brother.
No, y'all
I'm
be-
do all of that.
y'all
Yeah, I
be
got you.
tripping.
Just bring that check.
Y'all be saying that's all y'all want, then it be some more stuff. Y'all like,
Exactly.
where you going? Why you going to the bars? To spend
Exactly.
the
Don't
$10,
let it- don't
spend
let
the
it
extra
stop you.
$10 on me.
When a woman tell you all she want to do is love you,
Uh-huh.
it's coming with a suitcase
Yeah.
full of shit.
Mhm.
And this backgammon play over here.
The
what?
backgammon. You still gotta tell me about that game. The backgammon. Is that how you say it?
Backgammon. Your
Gammon.
grandfather taught me how to play.
How come you never taught me though?
I don't know. Shit, I was teaching you how to shoot dice. I tried to do some type of hustle. You ain't gonna make no money on the streets playing backgammon. I was like, let me teach you how to shoot dice.
You're not gonna make money either doing that, cause what if I get killed? Cause you know they get mad. I win anyway. I already
Every
win
week,
anyway.
my son come in this damn studio talking about he might not be here and how you know.
I
or
win
something
any-
about-
because
you're not gonna keep
that's what's
them,
happening.
You're not gonna
I'm
keep
black.
speaking them negative spirits into existence.
But look at me,
Stop
like,
talking like
you know
that.
what I'm saying? It is what it is. If it happens, it happens.
I
Right.
am not going to bury my
Drop a
son.
couple
My
of dope
son
albums.
is going to bury me. What movie was that from?
Troy, I know Denzel said it.
John Q.
John Hughes.
I'm not gonna bury my son. My son gonna bury
Worst
me.
hospital
So-
security ever.
That
Worst
That
hospital
was a good
security
movie.
ever. That was a good
Yeah,
movie, but it was the
they
worst
got in
hospital security ever.
But that's the truth though. Usually people just be chilling.
Yeah.
He
They
held the
don't-
hospital.
they don't know.
We know a couple of chilling ass security guards.
Exactly.
Cameron,
Cool. I don't chill. You can ask.
Marla,
About me. You better ask about me.
Kayla, all my people security guards.
Cameron look like he work. He don't like he let people get it.
I don't play.
Especially if he got to do it in studio equipment. Cameron will pop your ass.
I don't play about nothing. You can ask them about it because I'll tell them with a smile. That's what they like. They like how you say things, not like, you know, what you say. Because I can tell people no all day, and like if I said it nice, they're like, oh, he said it nice. Oh, okay, maybe I'll leave. Because I don't want to go to the angry. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I love my job, man. I do. It's
Why you
cool.
never work security?
I don't know. I just never really was into that type of field. I'm not getting ready to. I'm gonna be helping the people steal the shit. What do you
Wow.
Think? What do you think you're gonna
See?
have me securing
See,
some shit?
see why I don't roll. You know what I'm saying?
No.
I work security at Sam Goody's, right?
Uh
And I never forget these dudes walked in. You could always tell when the store about to get robbed. The
man.
dude had it on his face. He came in there, and the dude walked up to me. He was like, "Hey, I'm looking for the Sound of Music." Right? And I was like, "The Sound of Music."
You think?
And the other two dudes was like knocking the DVDs in the bag. And he was
Wow.
like, "Yeah, can you help me find the Sound of Music?" I just talked like, "Hey, man, look, just take whatever. Leave me alone." You know what I'm saying? I ain't jumping on your back for shit. Manager came upstairs like, "How you gonna let them steal the DVDs? You gotta push the button." I was like,
Wow,
"Hey, I
that's
pushed the button when they left." Shit.
That's crazy.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I'm not dying for no CDs. You know what I'm saying?
I be seeing the security guards that be like at the dollar store and
Going
then,
hard.
like you know, but most of the time they don't. Most of the time
I
it's
feel
not
like-
they looking for people.
I feel like if you're a
stealing.
7-Eleven or something like that, you need security or something happened. Something been happening, you know, there that they just like, we sick of this. We put like, right on across the street from where I work, but at Denny's, it's a Denny's over there,
Yeah.
and they
What's
have a
the-
security.
People don't know, but we in LA. Just tell them Vine.
Sunset, yeah.
Yeah, on Sunset. So the famous Sunset Boulevard.
Yeah, that Denny's has a security guard now, and I know why, because people be tripping when they go in there.
Here's when
You look like you'll be a good security guard, Nick.
No.
Nice muscles and
Here's
shit.
what you don't. This is for sure. Here's where you don't take the job. Is when they tell you, yeah, man, you know, the 13 piece, the Hershey.
Oh yeah, that's a
I'm
13th
good.
guy. Yeah,
I'm
like.
good.
Oh,
Yeah.
you know what? That was actually a line in the movie. You know what happened to the last driver? They
Uh-huh.
killed him.
They kill her. You
What movie was that?
Widows.
Oh.
Watch Widows. And
Okay, I gotta
then
watch
and
it.
then she was in Viola Davis was in another movie with Jennifer Lopez.
Oh,
Um,
she owed me some money.
I saw Jennifer Lopez in real life.
When?
It was when I was working my job. See, my security
wow.
job.
Jennifer Lopez and I have the same braid girl. The girl that braids her hair braids my hair too. Hey, shout out to Malika.
She is,
hey, Malika.
She was a diva. I was
Yeah.
because I didn't hear anything. All I just saw.
Yeah,
I just,
the thing
like,
about celebrities
dang.
that's big like that is that they can't breathe and live without people, constantly jumping on them, wanting to get a picture, wanting to look at them, wanting
That's
to breathe on
sad.
them, and so you gotta have this stone face, like you gotta develop this, don't fuck with me type of attitude to
That's
everybody.
sad. Wow.
You can't really take it out on them. You can only.
No. I have the same attitude too when I'm in public.
Yeah.
But it's different when you approach me though, because it's just like, oh, how, like you chose to go that route, so I'm gonna tell you, oh, like I'm a cool person. What's up? What's going on? Like I'm not like, but like I keep that too, because I don't want people like trying to touch my hair. That's been a problem for me. Like I don't like
See,
it. Like I don't like
people don't
that.
respect-
Don't just touch my hair. You're crazy.
Personal
You know?
space.
So for people who don't know, my son is 6'4" and he has waist length dreadlocks. I'm not supposed to call them dreads.
They're not wasting.
Well, almost weightless. How far they go? They don't go down to belly button length.
Yeah.
That sound gay. But yeah.
So yeah,
You said that.
You got a year more to get to your waist, right?
Huh?
You got
It would.
year,
He
like 6
actually
months.
cut it significantly a few years back.
Yeah, and I said it would grow back, but nobody believed. They like, oh, it ain't soon enough. You just don't think about
I always
it.
knew it was gonna grow back, but I didn't think it would grow back as fast as it did. Because you
You
got
just
your hair
don't
cut right
think
before
about it.
Daddy wedding. When was
Mhm.
that? That was
4 years.
5 years ago.
5 years ago, really?
Yeah, so it
Dang.
took 5 years. So
That was
I
a long
was
time.
right. I was right.
That was a while ago.
They're about to go to Hawaii for their 5-year anniversary.
What?
Yeah.
He always goes to Hawaii without
He
me.
loves Hawaii.
Oh
More.
my God!
Let's
And he
go.
always, cause
You
he
wanna
always
go?
tell me, no, I want to go with Brent.
You want?
I'm not gonna lie, I want to
My
go.
kids love my daddy.
Because the way he explains it, what makes me want to go. The way he talks about it, and I can tell that he would have a good time because that's the way he feels about it. But somebody else, they'll make up some little reason not to be happy going. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, this went wrong, so the whole trip is messed up. That's the type of stuff you do sometimes. I'm like, look,
There's
it's
something I threw that stuff out
out the window. That was messed up. That was messed up.
We traveling. We are traveling.
You got 3 more minutes.
Okay, we're traveling. Where are we traveling to? We was going somewhere on a big road trip.
Far, yeah.
I think we was going from St. Louis, Missouri to Richmond, Virginia. I was performing at the
That
Richmond
makes sense
Funny
too,
Bone.
because the white
And it
phone
was,
posits. That's when we got them.
Yeah, it was 1990. 2000. What year did you graduate?
13. I think it was 13.
So
2013 or 14.
we were taking a road trip from St. Louis to Virginia. And I had, I'm trying to rush and get the kids packed, we're trying to get everything together. And, when you got a lot of kids, you want to try to make sure you don't spend a lot of money on bullshit. So be bringing food. And I don't know, somebody forgot my motherfucking mustard. I had went and I bought, I specifically bought some fucking Dijon mustard, Grey Poupon or some shit, like because I like spicy mustard on my side. Like I can't eat a sandwich without my mustard. So we halfway, we 2 hours into the goddamn trip, and I'm like, okay, let me go ahead and break my sandwich in. So I get my sandwich.
Somebody else is driving. Yeah, I remember that.
Like, where the mustard? Don't nobody know where my goddamn mustard is at. After I had the shit right there, I was so fucking mad. I flipped out. I think I probably was PMSing. And so I realized that I didn't have my mustard, so I was mad as fuck, and I was cursing my kids, and I was like, who the fuck gonna eat this dry ass sandwich? All of a sudden, my damn greedy ass, fat ass son gonna holler from the back seat. I eat it. Yeah, I bet you will, you fat, greedy motherfucker. But you so worried about your shit, you didn't get my goddamn mustard, and I just got mad.
She threw it out the window. Oh
And I
my
threw the sandwich
God.
out the window.
Who does that? Like just
Because if I
a
can't
sandwich.
eat, ain't nobody finna eat around this bitch. If mama
straight.
ain't, whatever. So
A sandwich
I said
straight out the
straight
window.
We all good though.
I
We're about
was-
to take a quick break. You're listening to
Couldn't
Crumb
believe
Bar.
it.
Can you hear me now? When we come back, we're gonna have Cameron's hip hop review. Carmen's Am I Wrong for That? You'll find out where you can find Nick doing comedy, where you can find me doing comedy, and that's it. We'll be right back.
We'll be right
This is
back.
the Marcus King presents the Ash Comedy.
All right.
Hold on. It's all good. I'm probably back. She wants to her. What you got for your hip hop review?
Oh yeah.
What you got for my? You got anything for? Am I wrong? Am I wrong for that?
Oh yeah, I can find one right now. That's some more. Actually, maybe you do. You wrote it down.
Welcome back to Carmen Barton. Can you hear me now? You listen to Marcus King Presents Dash Comedy. I'm here in the studio with comedian Nick Carthan out of New York.
Mm-hmm.
What part of New York actually are you from?
Jamaica, Queens.
Southside Jamaica, Queens.
Southside Jamaica, Queens.
That's where Nicki Minaj from, ain't it?
Nicki
That's
Minaj,
crazy.
50, Lost Boys, Onyx.
Dang.
You know everybody. Okay. And me and Cameron, we from Ferguson, so we ain't got a bunch of boroughs and shit, but shout out to Mike Brown, man,
Boroughs.
respect.
Uh-huh.
He put us on the map. The murder of Mike Brown put us on the map. I
Which is
continue.
messed up.
It's messed up that that's how they learned about Ferguson, but I continue to speak his name as much as I can and keep his memory alive, and I continue to do my part to fight the fight against police brutality so that his death will not be in vain.
Mhm.
Black Lives Matter.
And we gonna change that. We gonna change the whole perspective on how people look at Ferguson, Missouri.
We really are.
No.
We really are. That's why I represent. Because people look at Ferguson and they think, you know, everybody from Ferguson go and loot and bust
Yeah,
and
yeah.
burn down Quick Trips. Now I was there,
Nah,
but I
uh-huh.
didn't participate in the burning down, and I didn't go in there and steal. And I did get some hair when they was looting the beauty supply.
Oh, see.
I did. Somebody gave
You
me
was
some
almost
hair.
in the clear.
But they
You
gave
was
me the
almost in
hair.
the
I
clear.
didn't get the hair. I didn't go in there and get the hair.
Wow.
They gave me the hair, but it wasn't the
They
right
sold
color.
it to you?
No, they gave it to me.
Wow.
It wasn't the right color, so
It was so it's free.
So no, I didn't use it. I threw it away.
Oh wow.
So
You threw some hair away.
yeah,
I don't believe
you better believe it. It was the wrong color.
that.
Anyway,
Okay.
Ferguson, Missouri is the hometown of me and my son, and so we try to represent for Ferguson.
Yeah.
Right now, we're gonna wrap the show up. Yeah, we've had a great show. We was jumping around a little bit, talked a little bit about our careers. I want to encourage everybody that are going through, you know, the motions with their career, not where they want to be, just to keep pushing. I'm not even where I want to be, you know, now, even all the progress that I've made. I still feel like I have a lot to do in my career. But it's important that you never get distracted and you never give up or slow down. Keep moving, you know, whatever that shit is that you're doing. If you feel like it ain't working, if you feel like somebody getting in the way or block that person, move that person out the way, and keep pushing forward is the best advice that I can give y'all. If you gonna run red lights, because we're doing a show review, so I gotta bring up the period. If you're gonna run red lights,
I don't think you had to,
try
but
to start
we'll
off
take that.
doing a condom, doing it with a condom, fellas. It's a little bit less mess in the end. So right now we want to have Cameron's hip hop review. Every week my son Cameron looks into what's popping in hip hop and what's going on, and he picks something for us to review and let us know what it is.
All right, today we have some news about Eminem, which was one of my biggest influences.
No, white boy, come on.
What?
We need some news about
Stop
black
that.
man. Ain't no black
Oh.
people doing shit. Only damn white boy in the business, and you gonna do the review about
He
him?
is not the only
What
white dude
50
in the
Cent doing?
business.
Damn.
Wow.
Shit. What's going on? Damn.
Okay, okay.
Rest-
Wow.
Right.
Right.
Rest in peace, Nipsey. Shit. Didn't he get a BE too? You don't bring this white boy up in here and this shit. Well, go ahead, Cameron.
I'll do too. His since it's really
I'm
it's
just
really
kidding.
quick. It's
Shout
really
out to
quick.
Eminem.
But Eminem's father had just passed.
Oh, see, I feel bad now.
Yeah,
Now,
you
now
should
my
feel-
goddamn daddy gonna die because you done brought
You
this
should
shit
feel
up.
terrible. Yeah.
Damn. I swear to God, if my
Next
daddy,
time just-
die, I'ma kill you.
Me?
Yes,
Because of
so
what you
both
did.
of y'all gonna be dead.
Wow.
How dare you?
Well, yeah, it was just a sad moment. This was actually today. He died at 67.
Oh, that's young.
And the reason why I bring it up is because him and I have a lot of similarities when it comes to how we,
You want the daddy or Eminem?
feel. Yeah, the father, like the separation of just the father and stuff like
Oh,
that.
the situation. Okay.
But at the same time, it's not with me. I choose not to be that way, with my father, because he never even talked to his dad. He didn't want to talk to his dad at all. So that's why it's kind of sad. It was no details at all. It's just his father passed, and so I'm sure he probably doesn't even really care. Exactly. But that's why I gotta stop that right now. Change stuff and put whatever was between us in the past, because now me and my dad can start a new relationship because I'm an adult. He could tell me about new things, and we could just I don't even care about whatever happened, because this really was between you guys. You know, whatever was going on was y'all relationship, and so now that I can kind of like individually place myself where I need to be and, you know, talk and stuff like that. It's
For
better.
the record, I never kept my son from his father.
Really?
I never did. When
You
have
never?
when have I ever said you can't come
Okay.
get these kids?
You never told me that, but you could have told him that.
I
though.
did. I'm telling you, I didn't. So who you gonna believe? The bitch that's been there for you for all
See?
these goddamn
Yeah.
years?
See?
Or this nigga.
That's what you did. That's the
See how these
excuse
kids
every
will turn on
time.
you? See how
I'm not
these kids
turning
will
on you.
turn
I'm just
you?
saying. I'm just
It was
Oh.
times I forced you. I remember I dropped you off at his door and forced him to watch your ass.
Wow.
Remember that time he stole your money? How you gonna believe this nigga?
Wow. Well, I don't know. Like, I just.
Wow, that's fucked up.
What?
Where the fuck is that $200 you owe me, nigga?
$200.
You owe me $200, and now that you acting like this with me, I really
This
want
is
my
like
money.
every week. She said this to her. I would really give it to you so
Every
you can
week
stop.
we go through this $200.
Because I don't even know where it came from, but like,
Want me to tell you?
no, I
Okay.
don't want you to tell me. But I have another review point I want to get through too.
No, but I just want to add that I think that's great. I've always
You think what's
promoted
great?
that you trying to get shit together with your father. You were 24 years old. You have been an adult. I moved to California
Mhm.
when you were in high school. So how did I interfere with anything you had going on with your father when I was living in a whole other state? We're not going to discuss that. We probably going to have we gonna have an episode about this, but I'm going to call this nigga. Oh, damn, he can't hear.
Why am I going to
Wow.
Okay.
See? Wow.
I'm just saying, like, don't be trying to act like I kept you from this motherfucker shit. He knew what
I
you
didn't say
right
you
around
did.
the corner. I was trying to live my damn dream. He could have been came and got you.
You know, Toronto won the finals. Right?
This is funny.
That's what
No,
we do
but
every week, mother and son. I mean, I took this nigga off child support and everything. The fuck I got to do with the fact that he don't wanna go ahead.
I didn't say it the way you putting it. You always put words in my mouth, but it's cool.
Well, you insinuated that I had something to do
I didn't
with y'all not
insinuate
bonding,
anything.
and
You
I
was-
don't got shit
you-
to do with that.
Cardi B
Okay.
won an ASCAP award. Just to let y'all
We're
know.
not gonna talk about that.
Let's talk about it. Shit.
Ghost Writers winning the Writers Awards.
We're gonna talk about
I told you need to go call your dad, you need to go see your grandma. I was trying to, he was like, but I mean, it's all
Actually,
good.
we're gonna talk about
I see my daddy. Hey, daddy. I'm just saying.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, Chick-fil-A ain't open on Sundays. You know?
No, all jokes aside.
All right.
You know, is there anything that I can do to help nurture this relationship?
No.
To get help to
There's nothing you can do.
Oh, okay. I've done enough.
You've done enough.
So what the fuck happened? What does that mean?
I'm just saying you've done
What
enough.
does that mean? That don't mean shit.
Oh man.
That means
Can't-
that don't mean shit.
Can't win
You
for
know how many
nothing.
niggas I done had since your daddy? Y'all, how you gonna blame this shit on me? You ain't what you
I
know.
didn't blame anything on you. What are you talking
What's
about?
right?
Do you feel like you're being blamed? I didn't
Yes,
say
I
that.
do. I feel blamed and attacked.
I'm not attacking you. Look, what's the other topic? He's trying to get into the other topics.
And
See?
why you acting so damn scared? What the fuck is your father at, bitch? Shit.
Oh, wow. Okay, y'all. Okay, we already know. I'm reading this from an Instagram post.
We're gonna have to do a whole show about this shit now that you done got me out here looking like I'm
Well, put it down. Write it down
Okay,
so
we
you can
gonna
have
do it
structure.
next week we gonna call, we gonna have your daddy on here and we gonna get this shit done because I know you ain't finna blame me. Shit.
Well, as you said, he has a hearing problem,
Marcus
so
King presents Dash Radio.
yeah.
Can you hear me now? I ain't to blame. Go ahead.
I was saying, we put that in a different day.
Strange, like
I'm reading this from a post. Y'all already know last year a lot was going on between Kanye and Drake. Well, after an unreleased snippet surfaced, it revealed Ye actually threw some shade Drizzy and J. Cole's way, or at least he had plans to. The snippet wasn't long, but you can clearly hear Kanye in the track taking a few jabs at both rappers. For J. Cole, he said, "You heard Cole on the song, he's trying to hate," and then a reference many people thought was a response to Cole's False Prophets. And so, yeah,
When is these rap beats gonna end?
yeah,
Jesus?
especially with Kanye, because I feel like he's on he's on a God level. Like he don't need to be
Well, you
trying
remember
to be
Drake
for no.
just
Huh?
Drake just took a shot at him when the
Oh,
track he released
oh, the
when
other
when
one.
the Raptors won the finals.
Oh,
He
tell us
did.
about
I
that.
thought it was.
I
I
didn't
thought that was
hear it.
Pusha T.
But
He was talking
it's
about.
called
though.
Pusha. Well, you know that whole thing when
But I
you
don't-
say people told on me.
Uh-huh.
You know, Drake is really upset at Kanye
I don't think
because
that has
Kanye
nothing
gave
to
that
do-
information.
Kanye
to
even said that
Pusha.
he didn't tell. He said it. I don't think he has a reason to lie either. He said he didn't say anything about.
Kanye
I don't think he's
has-
messy like that. Kanye might be a lot of things, but he's not a messy person.
What?
No,
Oh, Kanye West?
he's
Is
not
this
a
what
messy
we're talking
person.
about?
Kanye
Yeah, he's not a messy
What?
person.
Well, how the hell you figure he ain't a messy person?
Kanye
He doesn't
told the
do.
world
He
to love
doesn't
Trump.
move like that,
This
huh?
attention whore, this motherfucker is very fucking messy.
It's not messy. It's just the way he feels about stuff. Y'all forget that none of this, all of this stuff is legal. Like
I mean, I'm not saying anything is illegal. I'm just
exactly,
saying,
all this stuff is
he's
in
not
legal
somebody that I would-
boundaries.
He's
So
not somebody that I would consider to be, like not messy. But I mean, I guess I see your point. Everybody got their own. This all matter.
he has his own opinion. Think about it. Think about all the stuff Kanye did. If I did that,
Kanye
no
said-
sound, right?
Kanye
No,
said
see,
he can-
What do you
if
mean?
I did the stuff he was going on about and said like, or anybody, any regular person, just a person who was just at the studio had the same intentions and had the same beliefs, nobody would care.
Okay, so let me give you a perfect example. Okay, so Kanye West, obviously, he's notorious for being friends with Trump, siding with Trump, promoting some of the bullshit that Trump kicks out. Now, in my personal opinion, it doesn't matter to me that you are friends with him. Perfect example. Trump has plenty of black friends. Trump has, Shaquille O'Neal
Hmm.
is a friend of Trump. For Shaquille O'Neal,
I didn't know that.
Shaquille O'Neal talked about the fact that I support him, not because I believe in all the stuff that he says, but because he's my friend.
Mhm.
We've done business deals in the past, and I know him through business, and he is somebody that I can consider my friend.
Mhm.
But you never ever see him promoting any of this bullshit.
Mhm.
That's his friend. Hell, he might have even voted for this motherfucker. But you don't see him bouncing around in the Make America Great Again knowing that that's a direct racial shit. So I just feel like that's drama-fied. And I just feel like, Kanye, just love drama. And,
I don't think so.
you don't think he loves drama?
No, I think he just want to be himself. He
He
just
said his
And I
wife
think
was
that
anybody. Like I told
Obama.
you. Like I told you. Anybody else.
I think that
Anybody else who would have did it.
No. I
You
mean,
wouldn't say
but he's
nothing
not
about it.
anybody else. He's in a position of influence, and when you take these positions, you have to be careful the moves you make and the things that you do.
But then what about him though? What about him?
Fuck him.
See? See?
I mean, like I said, it's all a matter of opinion. This motherfucker just be doing a lot. And I do feel like a lot of the stuff that he does, I don't give him as much ridicule as other people does, because I feel like mentally in his mind he don't see nothing wrong with the shit that he doing.
I mean,
I really do. I feel like the passing of his mother really affected him negatively in a mental
Of course.
way. And so
How would you
I
think
feel
if
like
you
a lot
died?
of
How would
things-
you think that would affect me?
But you gotta.
if I die, you better not be going around here talking about I love fuck black people shit.
No.
You gotta realize
I know that. I come right from the grave and slap the shit out of you. You better believe that. I know this motherfucking wasn't gonna not happen.
Kanye is friends with the man that represents everything that he said he hated live on TV
Yes.
about George Bush.
Yes, come on.
So he's got to be in it. Kanye went live on TV and said George Bush does not like black people,
Mhm.
and then is now supporting.
Now somebody who is
Someone who-
Well, wait a minute. You just said he was friends with Shaq.
No. Just because Shaq considers him his friend, don't mean that he like black people. That means that there is some black people that he does business with. You know what I'm saying? He's clearly he has business dealing with African Americans.
Mhm.
Clearly he does. But like Nick is saying, you're it's so hypocritical, because you indicated, when this man and Bush ain't done half the shit Well, he have done half the shit he did. It's right at about 50.
See, in my opinion, like, well, I don't know anybody personally, so that's why I don't be trying to get into politics like that, like everybody else, because they think they know so much. They be like, oh, I think that's it. How do you know anything? You haven't talked to any politician, nobody. Like, you don't know anybody. Like, so how can you have an opinion on any of this?
We go
like,
by what they can, like what we hear. I've seen Trump on
like,
TV say some pretty questionable things.
Yeah.
Questionable
Questionable
I've seen
things.
him say some outright blatant.
Outrageous, yeah. Like look for example. I'll give you an example. What's the dude's name? What's the dude's name that was he came out of college? Tim Tebow. Tim Tebow took a knee for abortions, right? And the NFL, nobody say anything wrong with it. And they said it was a simple knee. He has his fight rights. Colin Kaepernick took a knee for the shooting of
for police brutality
on
black people.
And Trump had things to say about it. Trump was like, you know, and then if you watch the documentary, how they see it when they see us, what's the movie that just came out?
Yeah.
Trump was on that documentary, live footage, saying that these kids was animals and they was guilty, and he tweeted out recently he still thinks they're guilty after they was found innocent. And this is someone that Kanye, coming from Chicago, with the problems they have out there, and to say what he said about Bush, and then to wear that red hat and be cool with Trump. Yeah, he's.
And I'm not saying, my whole thing is that I'm never saying that he can't be cool with him. Be cool with him. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not saying cool, but to push him and say you believe in his, like the things that he say, like black slavery was a choice. And
because this is the thing too, something that I realized reading this book called Think and Grow Rich is that everybody that's rich isn't important to like what's going on. Like nothing we see would be going on without rich people. And so Trump really cares about rich people, right? And so like us being, if you're not rich, you like, wait a minute, you like, hold on, like, I want this, I want that. But if you get to a certain level, I think then it probably start changing in your mind once you start getting taxed a certain way and like all of these different things that people don't think about when they rich because they not rich. So I don't know. So that's why I just say I don't know, because I haven't reached that stage of like I don't know anything.
I mean, agree to disagree. As you grow and learn and different experiences and more enlightened and educated about different things, then maybe your opinion, your mind will change. Maybe it'll be more solid. You know what you believe in. It's all good as long as you believe in something.
Right.
Damn it, you know.
Right.
We're out of town here. We're out of time here.
Out of town.
This weekend, I will be in Dallas, Texas at the Addison Improv. So I want you guys to tell a friend, bring a friend. I will be there. I got some big things in the works, like I said, and I'm very happy to announce. I'll be announcing it next week. Nick, you got a short film out there winning all kind of festivals and all types of
dope.
shit. Oh yeah.
Go check out Battered on Amazon Prime. I'm in this short film. I play a cop.
A New York cop?
Yeah, LA cop. You know.
You opened your mouth and told you was a New York cop. I noticed it. So follow us. Nick_Carfan is his Instagram. My Instagram is Carmen Comedy, and Cameron is Camos Pesos. We've had a great couple hours with you guys. We will check you out next week. You've been listening to Marcus King Presents Dash Comedy. Have a blessed week. God bless y'all.
Yeah.
Okay, so I gotta use the bathroom again.
I know my mama crazy. I know she lost a lot. But
You finna go downtown, right?
No, I gotta go to work.
You
Gotta be there at 1:30.
Oh shit. Okay, cool. So you good?
Yeah, I'm
You need
good.
the money?
No.
I'm just asking because you had to.
I know damn well that she got a man for good, but you still trying to fuck my mama, bitch. You better.